Brentwood, home of The Only Way is Essex, Lookin' Ream and Sugar Hut. But also the Essex Dog Training Centre. The training centre is home to the Essex Dog Display Team, where rescue dogs are given a second chance, and cynophobia classes, where children are overcoming their morbid fear of dogs.
Any dog can the best dog ever, put 'em in a line. Short or long fur, always licked on back. You're part Irish setter, 'cause any dog can be. I'm the best dog ever, my heart goes whoop, whoop, whoop. I like to go bark, bark, bark. I like to go.
The Essex Dog Training Centre offers a variety of courses for dog owners and is highly accredited. The chief instructor at the centre is Roy Dyer.
We try and encourage as many different things as possible, from puppy training, socialisation classes, dealing with dogs which have ultra aggression, working dogs, and of course our cynophobia class. You can choose whatever dog you want. It's entirely up to you. Having a dog is very, very important, but when you walk up to a dog, you don't run, but you don't walk very slow.
It is under Roy's leadership that the cynophobia classes began.
Cynophobia is an absolute morbid fear of dogs. It's an irrational fear of dogs. And many people suffer from this, both adults and children. But the biggest problem with cynophobia is some of the actions that children take to get away from the dog. Now, they get away from the fear, but they never get over the fear.
Many of the children who attend the class are often so scared of dogs. The games they play at the centre provoke extreme reactions.
And part of the course that they attend, we ask them to draw pictures of dogs, their favourite breed or what type of dog. We had a young lad came to us once that had such a fear of dogs, he really wanted to get rid of every dog. But every picture he drew a knife going through the dog. And when we asked him about it, he said, I just have to kill every dog because I'm so afraid. But he now has got his own dog, so he's got over that problem, and we're delighted.
Summer and her father Tony are another of the families who attend the cynophobia class.
We've been coming here for originally about 14 weeks. Then we had a break for about 2-3 months because she felt comfortable. And then every now and then we just come back to say hello, and it keeps her all brushed up as well with the dogs.
We're going to have a great big long line down there like a train or a snake, and we're going to get the dogs to walk in between you.
My parents have got a dog. Me and her mum are not together, but they've got dogs. And she was scared of my parents' dog and a bit dubious of the dog that she lives with. Over the park, any dog off the lead completely freeze or basically run and latch on to whoever was nearest to her. So we've had a few hectic moments over the years, unfortunately.
The centre uses various breeds of dogs with the children to prepare them for real-life situations. This contact with the dogs can be very worrying for a child initially.
Many of the children come to the centre talk about one particular thing they don't want to happen. Now, it's not being bitten, it's not being chased, it's not dogs sniffing them or approaching them, it's jumping up. That dog is completely out of control when it jumps up.
The children's fears are minimised thanks to the cynophobia instructors and their dogs, who volunteer at the centre.
My name's Kerry and this is Ruby, my French Bulldog. She's 5 years old and we've been part of the cynophobia class for about 2.5 years now. All of the dogs bring different things to the class, and Ruby is quite an active dog. She likes to run, and when we go out on the agility we have racing competitions against dogs, and that's the thing that she enjoys. So the faster she can run, the more she enjoys it, and the children get a kick out of it as well.
It's not just the children the centre are helping. The display team is filled with rescue dogs getting a second chance at life.
In this country, we abandon about 100,000 dogs a year. I had a call to go and look at a rescued dog, a little terrier type dog called Bobby, which somebody just happened to mention wasn't being looked after very nicely. Now, when I got to the person's house, the person was actually disabled. So what he decided to do to keep control of Bobby, he put him in a box and shoved him under his bed basically, and he kept Bobby there for months and months and months. I convinced the man that it would be better for Bobby if I took him and had him put to sleep, and that was my initial intention. I took him home. I thought, well, I will give him some dignity. I took him home and I thought I'll wash him and clean him before, sadly, we take him to the vet. And then my daughter saw him and she said, can I help him? So I said, well, no, because he's really, really on his last legs now. She said, well, please let me try. And she tried, and she was so successful that she kept Bobby nearly 24 years. Bobby was a super dog. He's met the royal family. He's been on programs such as Bruce Forsyth's Generation Game, 7 times on Blue Peter, things like this. So he turned out to be quite a superstar. Okay, children, what I want you to do is ask the dogs to stay there. Did you say, Bob, go to sleep? No? Okay, take him back, Dave.
The children are also getting to enjoy their lives again, thanks to the classes.
She would never have contact with any dogs. It was always, if there's no one there, like a parent or anyone to do with the family, she would avoid the dog totally. Now, she interacts with the dogs. She's all over my parents' dog to the point she runs around the garden, throwing the ball. Strange dogs over the park. She doesn't run no more. She will stand there and do the tree. I think he calls it a tree, doesn't he? He stand like a tree. She doesn't latch on to no one. And she also strokes strange dogs now if the owner gives consent.
The Cynophobia classes are all free of charge, and the benefits for these people are life-changing, and their appreciation is clear to see.
It's great working with Roy. The class, like I said, I've been in for 2.5 years, and the knowledge that I've gained from him is amazing. Just what he knows about dogs, how they react, how you can come up with different ideas to work around problems. But the class itself has been amazing. It's been an eye-opener, and it has been really great to work with him.
I think they're a really good group of people. Dogs are fantastic. Can't fault the handlers at all. Roy, I think he's an absolute character. I really do. But yeah, just really nice people.
Roy has grand plans for setting up Cynophobia classes to help children around the country.
With our Cynophobia class, I really would like to get a national scheme going. I'm delighted to say that I've just received a communication from a leading psychiatrist who's presenting my series on children and Cynophobia in Cardiff. What they've actually said is the methods I'm using are excellent. They thoroughly recommend the classes. If I could get them to rubber stamp or say, this is worth carrying over through the National Health Scheme, I would love to see every county have a training centre doing what we're doing here.